Member for Moore.
Mr Speaker, my question without notice is to the Premier. I refer to your government's ill-thought-out decision to close the Moora Residential College, and I ask, will you and your Minister for Education reverse your destructive and disastrous decision to close Moora Residential College? Yes or no?
Mr Speaker, I acknowledge the member for Moore. It is his electorate, and I acknowledge this would be an issue of some passion and feeling in his electorate. But if I can just explain to the House the situation as it currently stands. The residential college itself currently has 27 students living in it. The plan of the last government, right at the end of its term, was because there were some significant safety and structural issues at the college. They announced just prior to the election that they would spend $8.7 million fixing, repairing, if you like, the college itself for the 27 students. A lot of the students come from across Western Australia. If you have a look at where the students come from, some are from Marble Bar, some are from Headland, some are from Geraldton, some are from the coastline, Lancelin and those places. I would estimate, it's around this, but more than half the students come from locations that are closer to other residential colleges. So they come from locations that are closer to Geraldton or closer to Northam or closer to Broome, where there's other opportunities for the students to live and study. The Northam Agricultural College, residential college, which will continue, is a larger school and offers a wider array of course options for students. So when the government is presented with a choice, do we invest $8.7 million that we weren't committed to into refurbishing an existing college with 27 students, when there are a whole range of other educational opportunities for the students, residential opportunities for the students to reside in, often that they live closer to, in fact significantly closer to, it appeared to me that there's a pretty clear decision that the government could make. And whilst it is regrettable and I understand the passion in Moora, you've got to also remember that we have to act in the best interest of taxpayers' money. Now, in respect to the member for Moore, I'll just say this. There were 8.5 years that you were in office that you didn't repair and undertake the work required at the college. There were reports as far back as 6 years ago.
Members.
There were engineering reports as far back as 6 years ago in relation to this issue, and you didn't do anything about it. And I must say, in terms of the National Party, some of your campaigning, in particular today, your disgraceful social media posts, should have a good think about what you do and imagine how you'd react if that sort of thing was directed at you.
Mr Speaker, supplementary question.
You know what we're about, casting stones about that.
Thanks.
You've got a very interesting member in the upper house.
Right. Premier, given the repeated calls from this side for you to take action with your minister, what are you going to do to make sure that regional people have any confidence that she's the best person to manage this portfolio?
Mr Speaker, as I've said on a number of occasions today, the minister is a very good minister. In relation to the existing 27 students who are residing in the residential college, the department itself is working very closely with the families to provide other opportunities for those students at a range of other facilities that they often live significantly closer to. And I think sometimes what is lost in relation to this debate is the students residing at the residential college don't actually come from Moora. They don't actually come from Moora. The fact they're at a residential college means they come from some distance from Moora. And they often come from closer to Northam. Now, the Northam College has a range of beds available for students. They come from closer to Geraldton. The Geraldton College has a range of beds available for students. And government has to sometimes make difficult decisions that best use taxpayers' money and also, I think, best support students in providing a wider array of course options for those students. And so, Mr Speaker, that's the decision that the government has made. We won't be reversing the decision. It is an important decision in the interests of students and in the interests of taxpayers. Yeah.